Long, long ago, in a faraway land, there lived a young man named Daniel. When Daniel was a boy, he was taken from his home in Judah to live in a city called Babylon, where he went to school in the palace of the Babylonian king. Daniel missed his home very much, and every day he prayed that God would take care of his family and his friends and look after him too. God heard his prayers and helped Daniel become wise as he grew older, till everyone in the palace knew of his wisdom. Then one night, while Babylon was sleeping, the king had a dream.
I've had a dream, and now I'm feeling rather frightened, and I wish someone would tell me what it means.
We are your wise men. Yes, that is true. And though we're using all our wisdom, we're afraid we can't explain your dream to you.
What?
But there is one who is wiser still, and Daniel is his name. So before you take another sleeping pill, perhaps he can explain.
My name is Daniel. That much is true. But it is God who gives me wisdom, and through me he will explain your dreams to you.
His name is Daniel. That's what he said. But when he talks about this God of his, I think he's kind of loony in the head. I do.
Well, Daniel was able to explain the king's dream, and this made the king very happy.
Daniel, you have enlightened me. Your job I will expand. From now on, I want you to sit right beside me as the second in command.
This was very good news for Daniel, but very bad news for the wise men. You see, each one of them wanted to be second in command. Now that Daniel got the job, the wise men would have to do whatever he said. This made the wise men very unhappy, and they immediately started thinking of ways to get rid of Daniel.
Oh no, what we gonna do? The king likes Daniel more than me and you. Oh no, what we gonna do? We gotta get him out of here. Oh no, what we gonna do? The king likes Daniel more than me and you. Oh no, what we gonna do? We gotta get him out of here. We could throw him in the dungeon. We could let him rot in jail. We could drag him to the ocean, have him eaten by a whale.
We could throw him in the tigers, let him float a while, then we'll all sit back and watch him eat a hungry crocodile. We could put him on a camel's back and send him off to with a cowboy hat without a brim, a boot without a spur. Oh, we could give him jelly donuts, take him all away, or we could fill his ears with cheese balls and his nostrils with sorbet. We could use him as a footstool or a table to play Scrabble on, then tie him up and beat him up and throw him out of Babylon.
Or...
Yeah? Oh. I like it. It's sneaky. And it just might
work!
We could use him as a footstool or a table to play Scrabble on, then tie him up and beat him up and throw him out of Babylon.
The very next morning, The wise men appeared before King Darius to try to trap Daniel with their scheme.
You wanted to see me?
We've got some news, good King Darius. We fear your position is precarious. There are some people here in Babylon who won't give you your due. They'd rather bow to other men.
Can this be so?
Tis true.
Oh dear.
We've brought a solution of our own design. If you'll just sign this paper on the dotted line, it's an edict stating most concisely what we're all to do. We must bow our heads or bend our knees before no one but you.
I see. Just one more time now, let's see if I've got this straight. A law to prove once and for all that I am great. If I'm the king, no one must doubt my full supremacy. So from this day forth, my citizens will pray to only me. Yes, but what if they don't?
If they don't obey, any citizen will be thrown into the lion's den.
Oh, yes? Well, I guess that would do it. All right then, good work, man. Ta-ta!
So the law was passed, the deed was done. Daniel's troubles had just begun.
Everyone in Babylon heard about the new law, including Daniel. But Daniel also knew God's law, and God's law told him that he should only pray to God. So the next day, just like every other day, Daniel prayed and thanked God for the sunshine and for all his friends. He also thanked God for giving him the courage to do what was right, even when he knew it could get him in trouble.
Did you say trouble? So you guys are wise men. That's pretty cool. Have you always been wise? You have to go to school for that? Were you serious about that cheese ball thing? Hey, I can see my house from here.
Daniel, because you violated Section 4219 2R9 4006.1-7B of the Code of Babylon forbidding prayer to anyone but King Darius, you are hereby sentenced to be consumed by the lions. Goodbye.
Hey, don't I get a phone call? Hey, Daniel! You're sure gonna have fun down there! We're not lying!
Yeah, you better be lying down, 'cause those lions are gonna, lie on you!
What? Mine was funny. Yours was goofy. Lions are gonna lie on you? They're gonna eat them! They're not gonna lie on them!
Well, maybe they're gonna lie on him, then eat him. Or one will lie on him while another one maybe eats him. Or, well, maybe one will sit
What,
on
like
him.
lions are gonna cooperate? Like one's gonna lie on them and say, hey, you eat them, I'll lie on them. Come on, we're the ones that are lying, not the lions. Oh, it's not so scary down here. A little musty, but not so scary. Oh no, what am I gonna do? It looks like I'm gonna end up as lion stew.
Don't cry, Daniel. Fear not, Daniel. Don't you know you're not alone? There is one who is watching you. He listens when you pray. And though it seems this time you won't get through, God has made a way.
even though he still didn't know what to expect, Daniel felt better when he remembered that God was taking care of him, even in the lion's den. Elsewhere in the kingdom, the wise men were busy congratulating themselves for being so clever, while the king, believing that he had lost a good friend, decided the only thing he could do was to pray that Daniel's God would protect him. The next morning, everyone ran down to the lion's den to see what was left of Daniel.
It's hopeless. No one could survive a night with those lions.
Hello?
Did you hear something?
Hello?
Daniel, is that you?
Yeah, I'll be right up. I just have to say goodbye to my new friends.
It's impossible.
Yes, it is.
Well, hello, everybody. See you guys later. Thanks for the pizza.
They had pizza?
Well, it's a miracle. Surely your God is above all men. Now I understand. For even at the bottom of the lion's den, you were in his hand. I've got it, a new law. From this day forth, everyone will pray only to Daniel's God. No more of this silly praying to me business. Well, whose idea was that, anyway? Oh, yes, I remember.
I hear they're looking for wise men down in Egypt. Been fun. Got to go now.
Yeah, see ya.
But where do you think you're going? Come back here, you
Hey, guys,
scoundrels!
come back.
You scallywags!
Ta-ta.
Well, not so bad! Stop! I'm the king! You must stop now! Come back here!
Is there anything you want me to tell Twippo when I meet him?
Laura!
My ticket!
Ah, quick, get it! The man! Hurry! Ah!
My ticket!
Do you mind? I'm stuck!
Well, I'm glad that's over. Did you say something? Oh, dear. Am I in heaven?
Smells like Wisconsin.
Well, nobody got hurt.
Wow! What a shot!
Hey! What's that? Ooh. What's seafood?
Maybe it's like tofu.
Only saltier.
Ah.
see, they got one guy. All he does, he just folds these napkins.
Oh, the napkin guy.
He works at night after everybody's gone.
Yeah, you know, he used to fold maps.
No, listen to me. He takes one spoon, he takes one knife, and he takes one fork. And he rolls it up in a napkin, just like this, and makes it into that little swan shape.
Hey, could you pass the cheddar biscuits?
Excuse me!
Ah! How's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Who are you?
Who, us?
Yeah?
Oh, we are the pirates who don't do anything.
Oh, you know that's right. Nothing. Zilch. Nada.
Didn't you hear our song?
Well, yeah, but...
Look, Sonny. Can I call you Sonny?
Junior.
Pretty close. Look, Junior, we couldn't help but notice you were having a little thing with your friend over there. Yeah, you weren't being very nice.
Well, it's her own fault. She was teasing me, and now she's getting what she deserves.
Right. Junior, we've seen these types of situations before. Happens all the time. What you need is a little compassion.
And maybe some scampi.
Hey, I saw that in the menu. What is that? What's compassion?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, compassion is when you see that someone needs help and you want to help them. That's what I thought you'd say. They all do.
Yep.
We find it helpful to illustrate with a little story.
A story?
Yep. You know, we call ourselves the pirates who don't do anything, but that's not entirely accurate. Oh, yeah. Remember when we did that one thing with that one guy? Oh, do I ever.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Are you guys still doing that pirate thing?
Arg! Watch your tongue, matey, or we'll have that! What'll we do?
We won't do anything. We're the pirates that don't do anything, remember?
Oh, that's right. Arg! You got off easy today!
We need more Mr. Twisty's Twisted Cheese Curls!
Yeah, and root beer!
I told you, boys, no more cheese curls until you pay your tab. You still owe me from last week.
But you'll take away our chance to win the Mr. Twisty's Twisted Cheese Curl sweepstakes!
Come again?
Inside one of those bags of cheesy goodness is a golden ticket that'll change our lives forever!
Well, you could work here for me. That way you could earn more cheese curls.
Oh, that sounds
okay.
good idea!
So, what do you know how to do?
Well, I'm pretty good at lawn darts.
Ping pong! I can play ping pong!
Croquette is my specialty. When do we start? Monday's good for me. We were short on cash. It seems not doing anything didn't pay very well. So, what do we do now?
Nothing.
You are a genius.
Are these fish fresh?
You bet! Oh, yeah!
Right! They were fresh when we caught them!
That's right!
2 weeks ago!
Ninevites.
Beside the fact that we were low on funds, this was a memorable day because he showed up. Jonah. Now, Jonah was a prophet of God, which means he was one of the very special people God used to deliver messages to Israel. He was kind of like a mailman, except his letters came straight from God. Anyway, Jonah loved helping his friends by bringing them God's messages. Sometimes the messages were good, sometimes they were not so good. But when a prophet talks, everybody listened. What? Nineveh? I'm not aware of any Ninevehs in Israel. No, I don't think... Oh, you mean that Nineveh? That Nineveh wasn't in Israel at all. It was the capital of Assyria, and it was the biggest, meanest city around. Now, the people of Nineveh were particularly mean to Jonah's people, the Israelites. They lied. They stole. But worst of all, they slapped people with fishes. They even slapped each other with fishes. They didn't know the difference between right and wrong. The Ninevites were so mean, in fact, that most Israelites, including Jonah, wished God would just wipe Nineveh off the face of the earth. Needless to say, Jonah was shocked that God would want him to deliver a message to his enemies.
You don't want me to go there. You don't know what Nineveh is like. Perhaps you've never been there. Well, of course you haven't. A god like you would never go to a place like Nineveh. For that matter, neither would a prophet like me. Oh.
That was easy.
Well, should we pull him back in?
I don't see why not.
Something touched me! There's something in the water!
Hurry up! Hurry!
I'm hurrying!
Hold on, Jonah! Aim this time!
I was aiming!
I can never tell where you're looking.
You should talk. Hurry! Fellows, please!
Pull it back in! Hurry!
Okay, I got it!
Let me do that!
No, I'll throw it!
Fellows, please! Come on, give it here!
I said I got it! Excuse me, gentlemen. Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Oh, look, a bowling ball. If I could only find some pins.
You found better than that, traveling buddy. It's me!
Oh, my.
So forget about Tarshish. All we need to do is get this whale to swim to Nineveh. You give the message, I sell the plush toys. We'll be right back on track.
Carlisle, please don't speak to me. I'm having a rather bad day.
Well, you don't need to be so down about it, Mr. Grumpy Pants. Look around you! We're inside a whale! We're going to be digested! Do you know what that means? Of course I do! Digestion runs very deep in my family! I'm just trying to have a positive outlook, you know. You know the difference between you and me is that you see the whale as half empty, but I see the whale as half full!
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
Oh, I might as well face it. God gave me a job to do, and I disobeyed him. I ran the other way. I've done something terrible, and now I'm getting what I deserve. I'm going to die here in this whale.
Have you ever seen anything so pathetic?
This boy needs some help.
What? Who's there?
Take it easy, Jonah. We're on your side.
What? How did you know my name? How did you get in here?
Were you in the bowling ball too?
No. That's not how we get around. No, we came straight from the big man himself.
You mean...
Mm-hmm. And just like you, we deliver his messages.
So, you're prophets too?
Not exactly. You see, we work on a slightly higher level.
You do?
And Jonah, we've got a message for you.
I said, while they were on the tour, I was in the belly of a whale. But you're not dead. No, that's just it. I was in the whale for 3 days and nights. Then I prayed to my God, and the great monster spit me up on the shore so that I could bring you all a message.
Asparagus, here in Nineveh we bow to the great fish. We celebrate the great fish in our art.
Yes, I noticed.
If what you are saying is true...
Yes, how do we know if he's telling the truth, sire?
Smell him.
Your Highness?
Smell him.
I'm terribly sorry. I've been meaning to shower, but...
He has been in the great fish. We must hear the message.
What? Oh, the message. Yes, the message. What was the message? It's been so long. Oh, yes. Stop it! Stop cheating, stop lying, and especially stop slapping people with fishes, or this entire city will be destroyed. A message from the Lord.
Well, the king was very upset. He had no idea they weren't supposed to do that stuff. No one had ever told him before.
A decree from the king. Let everyone call urgently to God. Let them give up their evil ways and their violence. Perhaps the God that brought this man out of the great fish will give us a second chance.
And let the asparagus and his friends go free.
So the king and the people of Nineveh said they were sorry, stopped the fish slapping, and started being nice to people.
What? How could you? All your whining made me hungry. It was just a weed. Just a weed? It was my shade. It was my friend. Oh, dear Lord, how could you let this happen? Would you look at yourself? You care more about that weed than about all the people in Nineveh. Well, Why are you here now instead of back in the belly of that whale? Because God is compassionate. He wanted to help you. And because he is merciful, he gave you a second chance. Oh, yes, and I'm very grateful. Has it ever occurred to you that maybe God loves everybody, not just you? That maybe he wants to give everyone a second chance? Well, he saw that those people needed help, that they didn't know right from wrong, and he wanted to help them. And that is why he sent you. And when you told them what they were doing wrong, they said they were sorry. They put down their mackerels and their halipots, and they asked God for a second chance. And by golly, he gave them one. Don't you see? God wants to give everyone a second chance. And so should we.
Well, if they get a second chance, those fish slappers, well, then it would be better if I were dead. Oh, I wish I were back in that whale.
You are pathetic. You know, patience runs very deep in my family, but not that deep. I am out of here.
What? What are you doing?
I wanted to be big and important, just like you. But the world doesn't need more people who are big and important. The world needs more people who are nice and compassionate and merciful. That's what I want to be. You can find yourself a new traveling buddy. Goodbye.
You can't just leave.
Can and am.
But who will I talk to? You can't just leave me here all alone. Hello? Carlisle? Reginald? Carlisle? Khalil?
The end. Well, what do you want? A big musical number? Well, yeah. Who do they think I am? Twippo?
Yes? What are you doing here? Oh, well, I have a concert tonight, but I'm running late. I can't find Route 59 to save my life. I stopped here for directions.
We're going to your concert tonight. At least we were.
And then porcupines!
And underwear!
And pirates!
And now it looks like we aren't gonna make it at all. Good heavens! Well, if it's a ride you need, I've plenty of room on my bus. You can all come with me!
Yeah, everyone but me. Laura, you can have my ticket. But Junior, it was my fault.
Why, that was a very merciful thing to do. Tell you what, I'll give you all a ride to the concert, and I'll make sure you all have backstage passes. Speaking of mercy, have any of you heard the story of a man named Jonah?
Yes.
Oh, well. Okay.
Well, how did we get here?
We're using our imagination.
Oh. So these must be the Israelites.
Yep.
Why are they out here in the middle of nowhere?
Oh, now that is a good question. Have you ever heard of a guy named Moses?
Isn't he the one who parted the Red Sea?
Right again. But we're going to go back a little further. The Israelites were living in Egypt, but not because they wanted to. No, the Egyptians had taken them captive and were making them work very hard as their slaves.
Oh, dear.
It was miserable. But God cared about the Israelites, so he sent Moses to lead them out of Egypt and into their own land, the Promised Land.
This is the Promised Land?
No. Oh, the land God promised them was wonderful. You could grow things and there was lots of food. No, this is the desert.
So why are they here?
Yes, that is the point. When Moses and the Israelites left Egypt, all they had to do was follow God's directions and they'd go right to the Promised Land. But
they didn't always follow God's directions. Sometimes they went their own way instead.
What do you mean?
Well, for example, Moses led them to the promised land right away. But when some of the Israelites took a look around, they saw people there that looked like giants. That scared them so much they wouldn't go in. They got to the land God promised them, and then they turned around and ran away.
Oh my.
Now, God was very disappointed in the Israelites for not following his directions, so he told them that none of them could go into the promised land for 40 years.
You're kidding me.
Nope. That's why they're stuck here in the desert.
Wow.
By the time 40 years had gone by, Moses had died.
I thought this story was about him.
No, it's about Joshua.
Joshua? Who's he?
Well, he was Moses' helper. When Moses died, Joshua became Israel's new leader.
Do I know you?
I'm the narrator.
Oh.
The Israelites were very sad about Moses dying because he was a great leader. But at last, it was finally time.
It's time? It's time? Did he just say it's time?
We didn't have a lot of fun in the desert. We didn't have a lot of fun in the sand. Well, saddle up your cow and go behind us now,
Because we're going to the promised land. For years I've eaten nothing but manna. A dish that is filling but bland.
but now we're on our way.
I'll have a taste and flay.
Because we're going to the promised land. And in the promised land it's gonna be so grand. We'll have our fill from the grill as much as we can stand. It'll be so great, oh we can hardly wait. Cause we're going to the promised land.
The dining was loosey with Moses, but we'll be feasting with Josh in command.
I'd like a taco, please, and some minnows and cheese.
Because we're going to the promised land. And in the promised land it's gonna be so grand. We'll have our fill from the grill as much as we can stand. It'll be so great, oh we can hardly wait. Cause we're going to the promised land. And in the promised land it's gonna be so grand. We'll have our fill from the grill as much as we can stand. It'll be so great.
Put waffles on my plate.
Cause we're going to the promised land.
I hear it's flowing with milk and honey.
Sounds sticky.
Cause we're going to the promised land. Yeah, we're going to the promised land. Cause we're going to the promised land.
So off they went. After 40 years, the Israelites were finally going to their new home. With a big grin, Joshua led his people into the promised land. Unfortunately, he overlooked one little detail. Jericho.
Did you hear something, Jean-Claude?
No, Philly. I think someone has bumped our wall.
Who are you?
Who are we? I think we should ask, who are you?
Oh, I am Joshua, and these are the children of Israel. Oh, hello, children.
Hi.
It was nice to meet you. Now go away.
Yes.
No, you don't understand. God has given us this land for our new home. So, well, you're gonna have to leave. Oh, did you hear that, Jean-Claude? The little pickle says we have to leave. I'm a cucumber.
That is hilarious. Let me point something out to you, Pickle. We have a wall. You do not.
No.
If anyone is to be doing the leaving, it will be you.
That is right. Now listen to me. Our God said that this land was ours, and that all we had to do was follow his directions. So, I'm afraid, if you don't come out, we're gonna have to come in there after you.
I'd like to see you try. You can never get over our giant wall, Tiny Pickle.
Yes, Tiny Pickle! You are not a mighty deer. You are just a baby gherkin. I'm a cucumber. Oh, ooh, my sludgy.
Maybe we should fall back and regroup.
Flee, you cowards! You may have your guns, but we have our wall!
Well, things weren't going as smoothly as Joshua had hoped, so the Israelites decided to pull back and talk things over.
That's a big wall.
This time, I really mean it. We should go back to Egypt.
Huh?
Don't you remember? Snorkeling in the Nile, 3 square meals a day, plenty of exercise. Oh, it was paradise.
We were in slavery.
Nothing is perfect.
Listen, kids, that land is rightfully ours, and the only way we're gonna get it is by taking out that wall, right, Jerry?
Yeah, that's right, Jimmy.
So Jerry and I are gonna put our heads together and come up with a plan to take out the wall.
Yeah.
They are so aggressive.
Well, Joshua didn't know what to do, and he could see that things were getting a little out of control.
Where did we put that chemistry set?
Is Egypt north or south?
Then he remembered that whenever Moses didn't know what to do, he would go and talk to God.
How did he do that?
Well, Moses found the best way was to go off by himself and just listen.
I'll be right back.
So Josh went away from the camp to see if he could hear God. After he had gone a ways, he saw a strange man with a sword.
Whoa!
Josh wondered whether this guy was on his side or on Jericho's side.
Are you for us or for our enemies?
Neither, but as commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come.
Well, Josh realized that this was a messenger from God, so he immediately fell face down on the ground in reverence.
I'm sorry, I couldn't make that out.
I said, what message does my Lord have for his servant?
Oh, really? That's what you said?
Yes, that's what I said.
Oh, all right. I come with directions from the Lord.
Great. What are they?
Ah, yes. The Lord says to you, Joshua, see, I have delivered Jericho into your hands. March around the city once with all your men. Do this each day for 6 days. Have 7 priests carry trumpets of ram's horns in front of the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times with the priests blowing the trumpets. When you hear them sound a long blast, have all the people give a loud shout, and the walls of the city will collapse, and Jericho will be yours. Well, have fun.
Those were very interesting directions.
They sure were. Josh went back to camp and told the plan to the rest of the
And
Israelites.
the walls of the city will collapse, and Jericho will be yours.
They thought it was interesting too.
So, we're supposed to hop around the city for 7 days, blow our little horns, yell, and the walls are just gonna fall down.
Yep, those are God's directions.
Well, I'm sure that would work great. If the walls were made out of jello.
Ooh, then we could eat them.
Last call for Egypt. Who's coming with me?
Just a minute. I think you'll find our plan a bit more sophisticated. Blowing the horns in the desert isn't gonna do it. What we need is serious firepower. Sherry the curtain! Behold our creation! The Walminator 3000!
How are we clapping?
I have no idea.
This is terrible. It looks like they're gonna ignore God's directions again.
Shh, Josh has something to say.
I think we're forgetting something. Ahem. The Lord has given this land to us. No need to fuss. He knows what he's doing. We know that he will take care of us if we will follow him. Now everyone, sing together.
The Lord has given this land to us. No need to fuss. He knows what he's doing. We know that he will take care of us if we will follow him.
As your new leader, I think we should try doing it God's way first.
Well, God's way still sounded kind of funny, but the Israelites agreed to give it a try. And the next morning, there they were, marching around Jericho. It wasn't long before the people of Jericho noticed the Israelites.
What are you doing?
We're going to knock your wall down.
By walking around in circles?
Yes. It's not because we're crazy or anything. Our God told us to do it this way.
Oh, that's a great idea. You go ahead and keep walking. Keep walking, but you won't knock down our wall. Keep walking, but she isn't gonna fall. It's plain to see. Your brains are very small to think walking will be knocking down our wall. You silly little pickle. You silly little peas. You think that walking around will bring this city to its knees? The awesome powers of this wall we've clearly demonstrated. But out here in the hot, hot sun, perhaps you're dehydrated? Pity them, Philippe. Mais oui, Jean-Claude, mais oui. Won't you join me in my irritating little song? It would be an honor. Keep walking, but you will knock down our wall. Keep walking, but she isn't gonna fall. It's plain to see, your brains are very small to think walking will be knocking down our wall. Keep walking, but you will knock down our wall. Keep walking, but she isn't gonna fall. It's plain to see, your brains are very small to think walking will be knocking down our wall. It's plain to see, your brains are very small to think walking will be knocking down our wall. All right, boys, let them have it. Fire at will. Double time.
Well, it wasn't a pretty sight, but the Israelites did make it all the way around Jericho. Back at their camp that night, they talked it over.
Well, that could have been a lot worse. We made it all the way around, so, we only have to do this 6 more days. And that'll take care of it. Well, what do you think?
I've got slushy in my ear.
Well,
Time to fire up the Walminator, Jerry!
Do you think that's a good idea?
Who wants to see the pyramids? I'm organizing a tour.
No, wait.
Things were really falling apart this time. Josh needed to do something, and quick! Junior?
Wait! Don't you see what you're doing? God gave you directions and you're ignoring them. Don't you remember what happened when you were supposed to go into the promised land, but you got scared and ran away instead? 'cause you didn't follow God's directions, you had to stay in the desert for 40 years.
Well, yeah, but that was...
I know God's directions don't always make sense to us, but things work out a lot better when we do them God's way instead of trying to do things our own way. It didn't make sense when God told you to walk right through the Red Sea, but what happened? The water dried up. And it didn't make sense when God told you to live in the desert even though there's no food in the desert. But what happened? God gave you manna to eat. Don't you see? Sometimes God asks us to do things that don't make sense to us, like walking around a city to make the walls fall down, or being nice to someone who hasn't been nice to us. But when we remember that God made us and loves us and always wants what's best for us, we can be sure that His way is the best way. The Lord has given this land to us, nor need to fuss. He knows what He's doing. We know that He will take care of us if we will follow Him. God's way is the best way. Now that I know He loves me so, His way is the best way. And that's the way for me. Tomorrow morning, Josh and I are going back out there to march around Jericho. Who's coming with us?
You can count on me.
All right, we're in.
Hey, somebody's got to carry that arch. Well, Pa, do you still want to see the pyramids?
I've seen the pyramids. I built the pyramids. Let's go to Jericho!
The next day, they all set off again to march around Jericho. Now, God never said it would be easy. No, the people of Jericho hit him with everything they had. But the Israelites remembered that they were following God's directions, and they kept on marching. 6 days they marched, and nothing could stop them. On the 7th day, just like God had told them, they marched around Jericho 7 times while the priests blew their horns. And just like God said, when they finished marching, the priests blew one long blast, and then all the people yelled.
Hello, my name is Joshua, and God hath given us this land.
So the Israelites obeyed God, and the walls fell down. Finally, after 40 years, they were in their new home.
Why did I pick a lousy day to wear my contacts?
And in the promised land, it's gonna be so great. We're gonna march through the streets, walking hand in hand. It'll be so great, now we don't have to wait, 'cause we're going to the promised land. Yeah, we're going to the promised land.
Does anyone have any saline?
A long, long time ago, way out in the west somewhere,
That's right, the West.
there lived a group of brothers.
Cowboy brothers.
Right. Cowboy brothers.
Hello, little doggies. With French accents.
What?
It's a French Western.
Okay. Anyway, there was Reuben, Simeon,
Bonjour,
Levi,
Adi,
Izzy,
Yahoo,
Zeb,
Hello,
Gad, Ash,
Yahoo,
Dan, Natty, oh, and Jude.
Hey, Jude. Hey.
Then there was baby Ben, but he was too little to come outside. Oh, and one more. Little Joe.
Look who finally decided to get up. Hey guys, wait till you hear about the crazy dream I had last night. Quiet, little Joe, we are working here. Oh, right.
Little Joe was a little different than the others. Besides talking differently, God had given him great organizational abilities.
You should see his sock drawer. What kind of work are you doing, exactly?
We must count our sheep, but every time we do...
Well, maybe it wouldn't be so boring if you put the sheep in groups of 5 or 10. Then you just have to count the groups. I bet you'd have your work done in no time.
What a ridiculous idea!
You know nothing about sheep. Put them in groups of 10. So, can I tell you about my dream now?
Come and get it! Not so fast, fellas. Before we eat, I have a special announcement. I think we all know that today is Little Joe's birthday.
Aw, Pa.
Baked it myself.
All together.
Yippee-ki-yay, today is a special day. Yippee-ki-yay, today we celebrate you. Little Joe, take a bow. Look, I made a frosting cow. Little Joe, give it a rest.
We all know Pa likes you the best.
Yippee-ki-yay, happy Ki-Yay birthday, hey!
Aw, you shouldn't have. Finally, we agree on something. For me?
What are you waiting for? Try it on.
What do we get for our birthday presents?
Mittens.
Little Joe is wearing a vest made from the finest calf hides, perfect for riding the range or going a courting. This is one vest that says, "Look at me, I'm something special."
And what do mittens say?
They say, you are not as special as your brother. And for my birthday wish, I want to tell you all about my latest dream. It was the strangest thing. Past the mountains in the fields where the cowboys practice. Out beneath the desert sky stood a dozen cactus. Cactuses? Cacti? Khaki?
Continue.
11 cactus, those were you, gathered round the other. They bowed, you see, to the one that was me, their dearest little brother. Their dearest little brother. Crazy, huh? What are you saying? That you will rule over us like a king?
It was just a dream, right? It's not really gonna happen. Maybe you should cut down on the bratwurst before bed, huh? Needless to say, Joseph's dreams didn't make his brothers like him any better.
why are we at this old abandoned mine shaft?
This is where we hid your birthday present.
Wow. Very, creative.
It's time to get what you've got coming to you.
Oh, I can't wait. I don't see a birthday present.
You are not looking hard enough.
Okay. No, I still don't see anything.
Well then, how about now?
Whoa! Guys? A goat must have bumped me or something. Little help?
We'd love to, but we're too busy bowing down before you.
Hey guys, this isn't funny.
Really? It made me laugh.
Hey, who's that? What are you guys doing? Come on, joke's over. Ha ha, real funny. Guys?
Tie this around your middle.
Who are you?
Never you mind. Just tie the rope.
Well, finally. Oh dear. Hey, desperados! You better come to your senses!
Happy tire, dreamer!
Little Joe didn't know where he was or where he was going. He'd never been away from the ranch before, and now here he was on the run with dangerous men.
Mr. Desperado, did you put out the campfire last night?
Oh, Joe, little Joe. Another root beer over here, a cherry slushy over there. Check out the game of checkers by the door. Make sure they're playing fair.
A year ago, my restaurant was going down the drain. Oh, me, losing money left and right. I thought I'd go insane. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Then little Joe, he came along and turned the whole ship right. It's been a month of Sundays since we last had a fight.
Little Joe, little Joe. When life hands you a lemon,
just have some more root beer.
When life hands you a lemon, just have some more root beer. Little Joe.
Joe, me boy, it looks like another record month.
Sorry, duty calls.
Listen to her now.
My life is a disaster. A sea of endless pain. A picnic promising the sun, but giving only rain. So listen to my tale of woe before we bid adieu. It's why my heart is heavy. It's why I am so blue.
Peanuts! Get your hot roasted peanuts!
Over here! I'll take one.
Life is a joke, a trifle, a folly. Even my dog is a melancholy. My happy days are through. That's why I'm so blue. That's why I'm blue.
Peanuts! Get your hot roasted peanuts! Get them while they're hot!
I'm through!
Boy, that song's getting shorter every week. Here you go, boss! Oh, and, by the way, the peanuts make them thirsty, so get ready to sell a lot of root beer.
You're a natural, me lad, and that's why you've earned this. I wasn't sure if you'd work out when I bought you from those desperados, but congratulations, me lad.
Employee of the month? Oh, thank you, Mr. McPotiphar. I won't let you down, you'll see. From now on, I'll work harder than ever.
C'est Joseph.
Oh, hello, Kitty.
That's Miss Kitty to you.
Whatever you say.
Look, little Joe, don't be a sap. No one's looking. Take this money and get out of here.
Why would I do that?
You and I both know you don't want to be here. With this much cash, you can get back home.
I'm sorry, Miss Kitty, but stealing is wrong. If I took that money, I'd be disobeying God. Not to mention I'd probably lose my status as Employee of the Month. Good day, Miss Kitty.
To show you there's no hard feelings about you-know-what, I made some alterations to your costume for you.
Oh, well, that's really kind of you, but I wasn't aware that it was It's a tad heavier than before.
I put some extra stuffing in it. Thief! There's a thief among us.
All right. What seems to be the trouble here?
This man has been stealing from dear old McPotiphar since the day he arrived here.
Little Joe?
This does not look good.
Joe, me lad, how could you?
What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm innocent?
Tell it to the judge.
Hi, everyone. This is Larry. Normally, this would be the time when the narrator comes on and says, "And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry, the part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song." But I've been thinking and talking with the guys.
And we've decided it's time to broaden our scope artistically.
Yeah, we're artists.
Word up! There's a time to be silly, and there's a time to be serious.
A time to open up your heart
and show how you feel artistically.
'Cause we all have something to share. Your eyes see right through my disguise,
and no one can deny,
baby, that I'm the one whose love is no surprise.
And he can't tell you no lie,
but there's a secret I've been hiding, I can't keep it no more.
There's this thing about himself he's never told you before.
Baby,
he needs to tell you something.
Just tell me how you feel.
'Cause his love is for real.
And if you went away, my heart would never heal.
So to you he appeals.
There's something missing in my middle and it's hard to ignore.
There's this thing about himself he's never told you before.
Baby,
he needs to tell you something.
It'd be covered by your shirt, but not your HM or
Belly button. Belly button.
A stylish something absent from my midriff's decor.
There's this thing about himself he's never told you before. Maybe he needs to tell you something.
I don't got a belly button. Oh, I need to tell you something.
You figured out he don't got a belly button.
Belly button, no. Oh, no, no. No belly button. Do I at least get a lollipop?
Oh, Joe, oh, little Joe. You put more stuffing in our cots, the furnace is rebuilt. You taught us to respect ourselves and even how to quilt.
A year ago, my little jail was busting at the seams. Criminals, both left and right, were stacked up to the beams. Then little Joe, he came along and taught 'em all a trade. And I just bought a Stetson with the money that he's made.
A year ago, Miss Kitty up and sent me off to jail. And though I haven't done a thing, I'm stuck here without bail. But my belief that God is good helps overcome frustration. So I'll keep doing what is right despite incarceration.
I gotta hand it to you. You've got the best attitude of any prisoner I've ever had.
God is good, Sheriff Bob, so what have I got to be down about?
Well, if God is really good, why is all this stuff happening to you?
I don't know that yet, but I will when it's time. I just need to keep doing what's right.
All right, men, lights out. Another day of quilting tomorrow.
And that's when I woke up screaming. Well, what does my dream mean, Joe?
And mine too. What do they mean? Well, there's good news and there's bad news. You're going back to work today, but you're being sent up the river. Congratulations! So sorry.
Anyone here? Oh, yes, dear Baker, I have wonderful news. The mayor has given you a full pardon. He wants you to resume your duties immediately. And I'm extending an invitation to you, Mr. Blacksmith, to join my chain gang up the river. How do you do that?
Oh, well, I've always just had this thing for dreams. Just another way God made me special.
Yeah, and he loves you very much, I've heard. Little Joe really believed God loved him. Still, every now and then, he'd wonder what God was up to.
Hey, God, Little Joe here. Not to complain or anything, but what's going on? I tell people what their dreams mean, and they always come true. But you gave me a dream a long time ago, and I'm in jail, and I didn't even do anything. I'm trying to do what's right, but I'm a little confused. Well, please be with Pa and baby Benjamin and most of my brothers. Okay, and Jude too. Good night, God.
The very next day, who should show up but the mayor himself?
As I believe we can all see here, the town's reserves are down a good 25% due to the fact that our bank is robbed, on average, every other week.
Hey!
Pizza roll?
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118
horrible, just horrible. And it was so real, like it was really happening.
Oh, that sounds dreadful. At any rate, as I was saying about our bank...
But what did it mean? Is there anyone in Dodgeball City who can interpret dreams?
Begging the mayor's pardon, but I know someone who might be able to help.
My banker tells me you can interpret dreams.
No, I can't, sir.
What?
I can't interpret your dreams, but God can. He'll give me the answer you're looking for.
Right. Well, he better, or I'll put you back in that jail and you'll never get out. Let's get started. Earlier today, I had the strangest dream. 7 cows sat on a hill, so big and fat, I got my grill. I was thinking about a barbecue. Then 7 scrawny ones came along and gulped, the big fat cows were gone. And then I dreamt I was in front of a large group of people in my underwear. What's that about? So come on, start interpreting.
Well, it's really quite simple. The 7 fat cows mean 7 years of plenty are a-comin'. More food than you can imagine. And the 7 skinny cows mean 7 years of terrible famine. Famine so bad, the good years will be all but forgotten.
If this is true, what do we do?
Well, during the good years, you should store away as much food as possible to give back to the people during the 7 bad years, and Dodgeball City will be saved. Of course, you'll need someone with great organizational abilities to make sure it all works.
Archie, what's the state of your sock drawer?
A little disorganized, I'm afraid.
That's what I thought. Cucumber, you're in charge.
Excuse me?
Well, what are you doing standing around here? You've got a city to save.
So the mayor made Little Joe the most powerful man in Dodgeball City. After him, of course. And just like always, Little Joe got right to it, doing things right and making stuff work.
Little Joe, oh Little Joe.
Joe, now we're ready for anything.
I certainly hope so.
Everyone, run for shelter!
Run for your
Oh, nothing's gonna grow in that soil for years.
You did it, Little Joe. You saved the town.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it, Little Joe? What's wrong?
Well, sir, I've got a family out there somewhere. I just hope they're all right.
Oh, I'd be surprised if this drought was that widespread. I'm sure they're right as rain.
We are doomed!
Calm down, brothers. Things do look a little bleak. But if we stick together, we'll get through this as a family. Right, Pa?
We are doomed.
run this here town. What can I do you for?
We hear tell you've got yourself some food stored up. So, we reckon we'd come on down to see if we could buy some from you.
How many in your family?
Just the 11 of us now. One of our brothers got ate up in a wild gopher accident, but that was years ago.
Mighty sorry to hear that.
We have regretted it every day since. He was my closest brother, and I barely even remember him.
Where's your pa?
He could not make the trip.
His heart is broken.
Y'all see the sheriff. He'll take care of you. Give them whatever they need, but don't let them go till I say so.
Are you okay, Little Joe?
I'm fine, but whatever you do, don't use my name around him.
Whatever you say.
I need to know if my brothers have changed. I need a test. You strangers ready to go?
I reckon so. Your man gave us everything we need. We tried to pay, but he would not hear of it.
Now I wonder why he wouldn't take money from a bunch of low-down dirty thieves.
Pardon?
You heard me. You all came a long way just to get caught robbing me.
Now see here. We are not thieves. We came to buy some food. But if this is a problem,
Them ain't pepperonis, partner.
There's been a mistake!
You bet there's been a mistake. Your brother tried to steal from me, and we don't take kindly to stealing around these here parts.
You don't understand. My pa has already lost one boy, a boy he loved very much, and it was my fault. I cannot let him lose Benjamin too. Keep me prisoner and let my brother go free.
All right. Everybody get out of there. Little Joe, we got a problem. Little Joe?
So, you'd really sacrifice yourselves for your brother? It's time to tell you who I really am. Brothers, it's me!
Little Joe! You are not still upset about that little mineshaft joke, are you?
Little Joe, I am to blame for what happened to you. Punish me, but I beg of you, let my brothers go.
Hey, Jude, what you did was wrong, and it hurt me very much. But what you intended for harm, God used for good, to save you all, to save everyone, to save Pa. How could I not forgive you?
Hey! You boys forgot your mittens! Little Joe?
Pa!
My boy! And that's the story of how a very bad thing became a very good thing and led to the happiest family reunion the West had ever seen.
So I repaired the chafing dish, then sent the chef out to get another jar of pickled herring. And the dinner party was saved.
Well, thank you, Mr. Alfred. Wasn't that a great story, kids? Well, we've still got more to do today. Mr. Alfred, would you like to stay and watch?
Oh, that sounds like fun. But I'm a bit winded from my storytelling, so I think I'd better go home and recharge my batteries.
Well, okay. Let's all thank Mr. Alfred for coming today.
Thank you, Mr. Alfred.
Remember, tomorrow we're going to learn about rumors, little stories that can hurt.
Did you hear what Mr. Alfred said? Yeah. He said he had to go home and recharge his batteries. Why would he say that? I don't know. I've got a toy with rechargeable batteries. It's my robot. Do you think Mr. Alfred is I don't know. He talks kind of funny, and he's kind of stiff. Kind of like my robot. Should we tell anybody? No, we better keep it to ourselves.
Keep what to yourselves?
Who said that?
Hey, over here, the weed. Keep what to yourselves?
You're a talking weed.
I'm a talking weed. You're a talking carrot. Your point was. So come on, tell me what it is you're keeping to yourselves.
It's about Mr. Alfred, but we can't tell you anymore.
Listen, Sprout, did your parents ever teach you to share?
Well, yes, but...
Then share with me. I'm a good friend of Albert's.
Alfred.
Alfred. I ask because I care.
We learned something about Mr. Alfred today.
Yeah? What is it?
Well, we think Mr. Alfred...
Yeah?
...is a robot.
No. He looks so natural. He's a good robot.
You won't tell anybody, will you?
Hey, I'm not like you guys. I got roots. I'm not going anywhere. Your secret stays right here. Did you hear about Mr. Alfred?
What?
Mr. Alfred, the guy who came to your class today.
Yeah?
He's a robot!
Aren't robots dangerous?
I don't know. Did you hear that?
Yes, I think I did.
So then, Alfred is a dangerous robot.
Oh, my!
Whoa, thanks for the tip. Did you hear about Alfred?
What? A weed in my yard.
Yeah. But did you hear about Alfred?
What about Alfred?
It turns out he's really a dangerous robot.
Alfred?
Uh-huh. Everybody's talking about it.
You don't say.
Hey, I just read a book where dangerous robots took over the world.
Do you think Alfred?
He is on the library board.
Today, the library. Tomorrow,
the world.
Nothing lifts the spirit more than an afternoon dabbling in the horticultural arts.
I couldn't agree more, Alfred.
Oh, sweet, sweet Petunia, may your bloom be a beacon of hope for all who tread these grassy hills. I'll get it.
Hey, you're a weed.
That's right. But did you hear about Alfred?
Oh, Alfred's gonna be mad. He hates weeds in his flower bed.
Yeah, but did you hear about Alfred?
You better get out of here before Alfred comes back.
You're not listening to me. Did you hear?
Master Larry, it's the mayor. She says it's urgent.
I'll be right there. I gotta go. Hold that thought. Alfred, there's a huge weed in your flower bed. I told it to leave.
Oh, dear. Well, wait till you hear what the mayor has to say.
Hello, Mayor. This is Larry.
Yes. Hello, Larry. Listen, I need you to get LarryBoy.
Yeah, sure, but, why don't you call him with the Larry signal?
Because it's daytime. You can't see it in the daytime.
Good point. Alfred, make a note of that.
Tell him we need his help. There are weeds, terrible weeds,
Berg. They are saying very strange things about your friend Alfred. I don't believe them, but some of our citizens are getting worried. What's worse, though, they are ruining the lawns and gardens of our fair city. Larry, if LarryBoy cannot stop them, our property values will plummet. Our homes will be worth nothing. Can you find him?
Don't worry about a thing, Mayor. Help is on the way. Alfred, we've got some gardening to do.
Have you heard the one about Alfred? A dangerous robot, I'm told. He's got lasers for eyes, and the microchip brain in his skin is terribly cold.
We've heard the one about Alfred. It's strange.
Amazing. That's true.
But now that we've heard about Alfred, we'd like to hear more about you.
What? I'm a rumor weed. I'm a rumor weed. A tiny little story is all I need to make a big mess. I'm a rumor weed.
All right, Alfred, I am executing Plan A.
Good luck, Master Larry.
I'm gonna try Plan B.
All right, trying Plan B.
So what is a rumor?
It starts as a story. Maybe it's true, maybe not. But once you repeat it, it's hard to defeat it. Now look at the mess that you've got. Yeah, Alfred's a robot. Everyone knows the story is all over town. We rumor weeds know how a rumor can grow, just like a big weed in the ground. I'm a rumor weed.
Yes, it's true.
I'm a rumor weed. A tiny little story is all I need to make a big mess. I'm a rumor weed.
Okay, I'm executing Plan B.
Yes, Plan B.
Alfred, I think we have a problem.
Yes? What's that?
I can't stop this thing.
Oh, dear.
LarryBoy, put your super suction ear down by the weed.
What? Why?
I've installed sensors in your plungers that will tell us about the weed's genetic structure.
Oh, my. Well, here goes.
Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Alfred, is it working?
Yes, perfect. All right, that's enough, Master Larry. You can come back to the Larry cave now.
I'd love to, Alfred. But it got me by the ear.
What? You're a big, strong superhero. Surely you can get away from a little weed.
Yeah, you'd think so, but it's kind of strong.
I'm a rumor weed.
Yes, it's true.
I'm a rumor weed. A tiny little story is all I need.
You better watch out for the rumor weed.
I'm a rumor weed.
She's a rumor weed.
I'm a rumor weed.
Yeah, rumor weed.
A tiny little story is all I need.
You better watch out for the rumor weed.
A tiny little story is all I need.
You better watch out for the rumor weed.
Good work, Master Larry. The data is fascinating.
Have you figured out how to stop it?
Well, not yet, but it's extraordinary. It's like no plant I've ever seen. It doesn't photosynthesize.
Why do we care if it takes pictures?
No, photosynthesize. Plants turn sunlight into energy. It's how they grow. Except these weeds don't do that.
They don't need energy to grow?
Oh, no. They need lots of energy, but they don't get it from sunlight.
Well, where do they get it?
I can't figure it out. They're feeding off something, but I don't know what. Look, I fed the data about the weed into the Letty satellite in geosynchronous orbit over Bumbleberg. Now, wherever a new weed grows, we can see it here. See?
Bumbleberg has the measles!
No, those are the weeds.
What? They're everywhere!
Yes, and at the rate they're growing, if we can't find a way to stop them...
Bumbleberg will be really weedy!
Oh, it's worse than that! These weeds are strong enough to break up sidewalks, smash through brick walls. If we can't stop them, Bumbleberg will be...
destroyed.
No, careful! That's the satellite! Oh, my goodness!
What?
Look! I had the satellite looking at the surface of Bumbleberg. See?
Yeah?
When you bumped the control, you told the satellite to look under the ground. Now watch!
They're all connected. Wow! What's that big green thing right under Bumbleberg?
It could only be one thing. The mother weed. How do you kill a weed? You go to the root. You've got to take out the mother weed. Fortunately, I made some modifications to the LarryMobile that will really come in handy.
I don't know what to do.
Don't worry. I've planned out the entire mission. I'll be right here giving you instructions as you need them. Remember, Bumbleberg is counting on you. You can do it. I hope. Are you up to speed?
Yes, I am.
All right, press the yellow button.
Okay, this is great. But, I thought the weed was under the ground.
Yes, that's right. Now you're almost there. Steady. Steady. And now push the red button.
Huh? Okay. Hey, my wings! I need those!
Not where you're going, you don't.
What? Alfred! Are you insane?
It's all part of the plan, Master Letty. Now push the blue button.
This better be good! Goodbye, Bumbleberg! Alfred, I'm still alive!
Yes, isn't it lovely?
I'm flying under the ground!
Well, actually, you're boring.
Gee, Alfred, I know I'm not the wittiest of cucumbers, but
No, not that kind of boring. It's like drilling. It's a boring machine.
Oh, I see.
Now, I've set coordinates to take you to the sewer system about 50 feet from the weed. Once you break through the tunnel wall, I'll give you more directions. Roger. I'm slowing you down now so you don't hit the wall too hard. Master Larry, are you in the tunnel? Master Larry!
All right, Alfred, I'm in the tunnel.
Alfred!
Master Larry, can you hear me?
Alfred, can you hear me? The radio isn't working.
The sewer walls must be blocking the transmission. That means I can't give him his...
Directions! What do I do? What do I do?
What to do? What to do? I must save him!
Alfred!
I'm coming, Master Larry! Help is on the way!
Okay, I can do this. I am, after all, a superhero. Oh, look! It's just a little one. What was I so nervous about? You've met your match, Weed. I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna... Mother!
Oh, yes! Officer, I need your help! LarryBoy is battling a giant weed in the sewer system. Ah! The robot!
Come on, Alfred. What'd you give me?
How's your ear?
Huh? How'd you know about that? That's right. You're connected. Oh, Alfred. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
So, did you hear the one about Alfred?
Hasta la vista, Weedy. Wrong button.
Everyone, listen to me! Ah, Mayor! LarryBoy needs our help! He's...
Look, Mayor, it's like I told you. He's got a shiny metal head, just like a robot.
You're right. Stand back, evil robot.
Oh, no! That's my helmet! It keeps my brain safe!
Your robot brain!
No! What? No!
Don't look at his eyes! They're laser beams!
No! Wait! I'm not a robot! I'm British!
I'm warning you! I'm a super... hero.
Face it, you can't stop this weed. Thanks to your friends up there, I'm getting bigger by the minute. So, did you hear the one about Alfred?
What?
I heard he wants to take over the world!
I heard there are teenagers inside him that know karate.
Our children are in danger!
No! No, it's not true! I'm not a robot!
It's the robot! He's shaking the world!
What's that thing that has Alfred?
It's a big weed, Dad! Didn't you hear? Mr. Alfred is really a dangerous robot with laser eyes!
What? Who said that?
It's true. He's gonna take over the world.
Now, where did you hear that?
The weed told me. Yeah, isn't that right?
Did you make up this story?
What? I'm a rumor weed. I never make anything up. I heard it from 2 very reliable sources. Right, kids?
Junior? Laura? Do you have something to tell me?
Oh. Well, we heard Mr. Alfred tell you that he needed to recharge his batteries. So we thought he must be a robot, right?
Oh, kids, that was a figure of speech.
A what?
Sometimes grown-ups say things that really mean something else. When Mr. Alfred said he needed to recharge his batteries, he really meant that he was tired and needed to go home and rest. That's all.
Oh.
Listen, if you hear something about someone that sounds bad or even just weird, you should ask them about it or ask your mom or dad. But don't spread rumors. Even if it's true, God doesn't want us to tell stories that can hurt. He wants us to spread nice words.
So Mr. Alfred isn't a robot.
No, Mr. Alfred is a very nice man.
Did you see that? Yeah. Do you think? We can save Mr. Alfred by spreading some nice words. Come on! Hey! Mr. Alfred is a nice man!
What? A scary robot?
He's not a robot. He's a nice man who came to our class to tell us stories.
Well, I remember when Alfred helped me out with my dinner party. A scary robot wouldn't do that.
He helped me change the tire. He carried my groceries for me.
He helped us with our bake sale.
What a nice man.
We thought you were a robot.
We didn't even ask you if it was true.
Oh, I forgive you. I forgive you all. Has anyone seen LarryBoy?
Oh, hey, Alfred. Somebody told me you were a robot. Shh. Is there a flower show?